So customer agent, the prospecting agent, the customer help, all of that is really, really now more clear in my head because, there's so many stuff. Hello, welcome to a new episode of HubHype. How are you?
Hi there. All good, all good. Back in Portugal, so all good here.
All right. Yeah, back in Portugal, Erwin was as well in the client's workshop in Germany. So that's why
Correct.
he's back in Portugal. I'm also back in Portugal from London. I just arrived yesterday. So me and Laura, we were in the Grow Europe. Great venue, by the way. Never been there before. It's really placed in the London postcard. So you're close to the Big Ben, to the London Eye and everything. We got to see a little bit of it, but not so much. It's just a day. But it was really, really cool.
So how was the
So
content? So I'm super curious to
yeah,
know that what you
takeaways. Yeah.
experienced.
Yeah, so the main keynote in the beginning was a lot about the loop, right? So
Mhm.
nothing specifically new for the ones who have been following the latest updates from the inbound. So a lot of emphasis about the loop and not any particular new updates. Also the data hub as well, the agents. So they just basically really wanted to repeat all of that because it's new and it's really groundbreaking, and it was really great to see it live because I was not at the inbound. But like overall, I would say the main topic again was AI and what HubSpot is doing with that in two, let's say, things. So first of all, the agents, so customer agent, the prospecting agent, the customer help, all of that is really, really now more clear in my head because there's so many stuff. I'm sure everyone
Yeah, it's a
who's
lot, really.
using
Yeah.
HubSpot, I mean, you cannot really keep up with all of that. And customer agents, you can use credits for that, but now it's much clearer some use cases that you can use really specifically the prospecting agent. Because your sales team sometimes it's really hard to do prospecting. So you can really use that agent to prospect for you and to create automatic emails and sequences and follow ups. And that's all automatically. You just really have to set it up. So obviously, we are going to try by ourselves as well, but that really seems promising. And something that I was not expecting so much was someone asked, that the speaker asked if there was someone in the audience actually using a custom agent. And there were a few. So they are actually users right now that did their own agent. And you can do that in case you didn't know. You can customize your own agent. So
Mhm.
let's say you need some automation. So an agent is something that will help you automate that. You can just prompt that into the engine and it will do that. You can as well do the same for assistants, which are different from agents. Assistant is more like the co-pilot, which was before, which is now Breeze Assistant, and it's basically more like giving you knowledge to your employees or to your sales reps about what you feed them. So it might be a knowledge center or knowledge base or an onboarding documentation. So those are different use cases for both agents and assistants. But I feel like there's a lot of people really getting to know more and more that, and it was good because I was just under the impression that they were like really far ahead of when it comes to when it comes
Yeah.
to, and there's a lot of really,
I
really
think,
good
yeah,
stuff.
nevertheless, so since I was in Germany at different customer workshops, so one thing is really about AI. So I'm super happy about what's out there, right?
Yeah,
Agents
yeah,
everywhere. So it's like in the Matrix, right? When Mr.
yeah,
Smith is coming as an agent, right? So,
yeah, yeah,
but I think you still have to do your homework. So, because what
for
I
sure.
always see when I'm running workshops, you still have to define your ICP, you still have to define your persona, why is that? And also your funnel. Why is that? Because then you're really talking the same language in the
Yeah,
company. Because what I see at companies when I'm doing the initial workshops, even before installing HubSpot, is really to to define what is a lead, what is an MQL, what is an SQL. And based on that, you can then create your agent or train your agent to work really as your own assistant to be much more successful. But the
Yeah.
foundation is so important.
Absolutely. And actually, if you tried already setting up any of those agents or building your own, that's what you need to do. So you have to feed them that kind of information about your company mission,
Yeah.
about your goals, about your ICP, who you're, and all of that. So you definitely need to make the engine learn about what you do with your company and your target audience. And that's something that you have to do that prior within your whole organization, not just marketing,
Yeah.
also sales and at most customer service as well. So all of that, it's like, I think, the hard work. And when you have that well defined, then you can go one step further and start using AI and those agents.
Yeah.
Because if you
I
just
agree.
start using that and you don't have really that defined, I mean, that won't really make any good, I think.
Yeah, and have a plan to introduce an agent or an assistant.
Yeah,
Not just open it and do it. Really think about what could be the use case, what you were just mentioning. What
yeah,
is the use case? What do I want to achieve? What is a KPI I want to measure on to see is it a success, yes or no, right? So I totally agree. Interesting.
absolutely. Yeah. And talking about AI as well, one big topic was answer engine optimization. Um, SEO is now something that we have to, I mean, not put aside completely, but definitely the way people are searching online is different and has been changing. And I have some stats here. Then, I mean, I looked it up.
You were
So
talking about numbers, right, this
yeah,
morning. So that
exactly.
was
Let me
really
just.
interesting.
So by 2028, I think that's what I saw.
Which is in
Exactly.
2 years already.
Yeah, 2 years. It's just a couple of years. ChatGPT traffic will definitely overtake the organic search that you're doing right now. Google by 25%. So it's declining more and more. And about 70% of the new web pages, which are currently being created right now, have already most of the text is AI generated. So that's why there will be definitely a shift on that side, because you need to incorporate more human text and human feeling into what you do. Of course, you need absolutely to prepare your web pages for the agents, because those agents are reading it. And there's like tons of stuff, by the way. We have it, and we will put it into the description. We have an article, we have a checklist. You really need to be looking out for mentions and for a way that you grab that attention, and you can be mentioned as well in those engines, because unfortunately there's less people actually clicking on the links in the search engine
Mhm.
results page. It's
Yeah,
not the way people are searching anymore, and we have to as well adapt to that changes.
that's true. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's keep the topic of AI. So this morning I was attending a webinar, internal webinar at HubSpot,
Yeah.
and they what they showed is a tool which is called Garba or Gaba.
Okay.
So what it's doing, so most of us are using like Fathom, so notes taker. Everyone
Yeah.
has this notes taker first in the meetings, etc.
Hmm.
But the question is always, what is the real outcome of that? So a lot of people using that, then you get your summary there, but what is actionable on that one? So Garber is doing a little bit of a different way from what I saw, and I really want to test that out. What they are doing is, first, for sure, it's a AI assistant to summarize calls, but then you also get recommendations how you can improve your pitch. So
Okay.
when the it's analyzing customer reactions really, and then you can always push it directly into HubSpot. So as an example, it could be that you are taking all those notes and then automatically sending out an email based on all the requirements the customer said or what he wants to have. Then you can say, okay, did I Did I summarize that in a good way? And then automatically gets the actions. So, and this is really great because it's really working what I saw today. That would be mind blowing. So I really want to do a test on that one. That's cool. Garba is the name. It's a good
What's
one.
the name again?
Garba.
Garbo.
Garba.
Okay, we'll put it in the description as well. But that's
Yes,
really,
it was a
really cool.
1 hour webinar, and for 1 hour it was much too much, really.
Yeah,
Because they really, because they presented 5 or 6 use cases how you
do
can
1 hour
use it.
webinars, guys. That's too much. 30 minutes.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. But I really want to test it out, and maybe in the next HubHype I will tell about that one.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I mean, there's also something. Is that something? Yeah, exactly. That's actually a product update that I saw somewhere. I think it's in beta, yeah. But it's also about grabbing information from meetings and calls. So
Mhm.
it's in Spot this time, okay? So let's say that you have a specific property, like what to do next, or next steps, or something like that, or description. Automatically, that property will be filled with that data if the system is recognizing that in the call transcript, which is really nice. That will automatically create or fill a property based on what
Mhm.
we're talking in the call. And I think that's more and more optimized to sales and to make sure that you have all the information in, because we all know, and someone was as well mentioning that it's impossible to be in a call like 100% focus on the other person and at the same time taking notes and thinking about what you're going to do next and everything. So all sales department, all sales reps really need to step up and start to create processes within the team
Yeah,
to establish a way of using more and more and more these solutions, and not be afraid of changing, because this is a good change. This is
yeah, that's
helping them.
true.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe when we are in the topic of sales, let's talk about a little bit about the new, let's call it power dialer. So we had
yeah,
a demo last week with a customer. So it's not a power dialer yet, even when HubSpot is calling that. But I think they're really on in a good direction of going there. So it's an, let's say, an automated way how to do calls, but
hmm,
it's a power dialer per definition is a power dialer, which is calling right away, right?
yeah,
So
probably like,
if exactly, so
I don't know,
if
like
someone
100 per minute or something like that.
exactly not 100 per minute, that would be techno sales.
That's like
um,
a big number, right?
yeah,
So
a big numbers of calls, and you do not have to hang up. It's automatically dialing for you. If
yeah,
someone
exactly.
on the other line is not picking up the phone, then automatically after 5 ringtones, next,
Yeah,
really power dialing.
yeah.
What HubSpot has is similar to what we have in the task management, where you can say, okay, start working on my tasks.
Done
This
next.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is it. And I would say for most of the customers, this is already sufficient.
Mhm.
Why? Because they are not doing so many power calls, so to say. They really have to go more into the details of a customer. They maybe want to do with Breeze a summary of the customer. They want to understand where they are. So our customer is testing now the HubSpot Power Dialer.
Yeah.
Um, I think next quarter. So we will set up a use case for that one, and then we are measuring the KPIs. And I'm really interested what it's coming out there. The other thing, what I learned is that if you create a task with a type call, you can
Okay.
also use it as a kind of a power dialer. So it's a task,
Falls automatically?
and it calls then no, but it's 2 clicks less than normally doing a call, because
Okay.
normally you have to click on the contact person and then you push the button dial,
Mhm.
and with a task it's really one after the other. So it's a kind of a little bit of a workaround. We tested this already.
Okay, well,
This is
that's
what we
nice.
are testing
They
now.
wanted to do a normal or an email task, but then they are doing the same as well.
Exactly, exactly. And we will test this out because I showed this to him, yeah, when I was in Germany now.
Yeah.
That will be pretty cool. And also the results we are giving back. So Power
Yeah.
Dialer in HubSpot.
So I think HubSpot really, I think this is an opportunity because there's a lot of companies really using integrations with, like power dialers, like third party tools, integrated with HubSpot. This is available for enterprise, I think, only, right? The power dialer
Yes, the
for
Power
sales.
Dialer HubSpot only enterprise at the
Yeah.
moment.
So this would be a chance to get rid of those tools and use the Power Dollar for HubSpot and, maybe upgrade for the ones who are not using enterprise. So I think that's as well smart that they continue to work on it until
Mhm.
they actually have a Power Dialer.
But but we decided really it's all about money and that the infrastructure is not too big. So this
Yeah.
customer I was, they're using Close to really do their outbound calling, and we made a decision that when we can everything integrate in HubSpot, and I think it's possible, then the company can get rid of Close, which
Yeah.
saves
Yeah. Exactly.
20K. Yeah.
Exactly.
So saving 20K is 20K, right? So
Yeah. 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 And I think it's just everything integrated into the CRM more and more.
perfect.
I think that's as
Yes.
well what HubSpot really eagers to
I
have.
agree.
All right. So talking about that, there's also something which is still in development for HubSpot. How do I know that? I have inside information. No.
Insider information.
Everyone can see that, but this is still in development, as they are saying. This is quite like a simple thing. So they are calling this the prospecting radar. They automatically comply a list of accounts that meet a certain criteria. And I'm reading here. So it belongs to a specific owner, has no activity for more than 90 days, no active deals or sequences, has at least one contact, and has active buying signals or lost
Mhm,
a deal for more than 90 days. So for sure, I could do this in a list. You could, but this will be integrated in the prospecting tab. And the goal is that sales reps can know which accounts were once lost, but because they have some buying signals attached to it, it might be that they can, wake them up and re-engage with them again.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
So because no one is really actually doing such a list and going one by one specifically if you have tons of work to do. So having that already integrated and calling it something like prospecting radar, and this will be integrated again in the prospecting tab. I think this as well is helping to achieve better results because you never know who you can wake up in terms of accounts and re-engage with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have
One
any
question, what was your personal highlight at Grow this year?
my personal highlight? I would say, well, two things. So first of all, it was my first. Well, I've been in a HubSpot user group before, but this was like my big, let's say, event from. And I would say I don't know how many partners were there, but they are mostly partners for sure going there. When comparing to just customers,
Mhm.
and it was just a good feeling to be also there, with and I've been to big events before, but they were never so focused in HubSpot, and I'm so focused in HubSpot every day. I'm working in HubSpot, so it was really good just to be there, involved and just immersed in
Okay,
all.
in the movement. Okay,
Yeah. So that was
cool.
definitely the one. And then the second part was that, I mean, we've been talking about how the way people are searching for content is changing. They no longer have a research mind kind of thing. They have like
Yeah.
the same mindset when they are searching for something. And I'm talking about the AEO stuff. I know this is like still an unknown field for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but we've been talking already for a couple months about that. As I said, we have already an article in the website, so we're really trying to search more and more for ourselves and also for our customers. So it's good that okay, we are in the right direction because everyone is talking about the same thing, and we are not lost behind. Let's say this way, because this will take a while for most companies. So, I was happy to see that everything that was talked there, we are kind of familiar with it and we are trying to make it work for ourselves and for our customers. So that was as well a good check. And yeah, I think those are
Cool.
the two main highlights. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So just to wrap it up, I just want to do a little bit promotion here. Don't skip to the end. So this is November. So we are running a Black Friday campaign. Yeah, Black Friday, it's the whole November. Okay. Forget it's not one day, it's the whole month. We've been running this campaign for I don't know, for a week or for 2 weeks already. And the campaign is the health check that we have already on the website. So everyone can go there and submit a request. In this health check, we are going into your HubSpot portal and we are really digging deep into everything that you have there in terms of deal pipeline, lead management, social media, so all the hubs, and understanding what it's well set up, what should be a little bit better, and give you actionable recommendations. So this is what you can get. And plus, because this is a special campaign of Black Friday, we will give you as well a $20 or euro, depends on where you're at, voucher to spend on Amazon. That's always good for Christmas shopping as well. But only you get the whole health check. So for that, you need to give us access. And please give us access to an actual portal that you are using, because usually free portals, you understand that those don't really have anything special to review. So make sure that you give us access to a real one, a paid one that you're using for your business. If you have any issues or questions about data privacy, we can sign your NDA, so that's no problem. We can speak beforehand, we can speak afterwards as well, about the recommendations. So this is a special campaign. This will end 30
And
of
it's limited, right? It's limited. Only
it's
100
well,
seats.
exactly, exactly. So it's just limited to 100 seats, or 100 companies or requests. So make sure to do yours. You will find it in the description somewhere. We also have it in the website and as well in our social media platforms.
Perfect. Good. Love it.
So that's it for today's episode. See you next time.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.